Hi. It's been a while since our last video, which was a dyno video of the M1000RR, one of the first ones on a roller, which was very fun. Since that, a lot of things have happened. We have had a full race season with the bike. We run in the top series or top level in Norway, and today we thought about showing you our garage to show you a little bit about what's needed to run a small race team. And we want to show you the bike, show a little bit of stuff what's on that, and we have also purchased some very exciting upgrades, and I'm sure you will find it interesting. Okay, so come on over. I will try to show you a bit around. So sometimes we are more people working here, so every drawer is marked on what's inside, and you have different kinds of tools and like special tools, and yeah, for example, electrical tools, everything you need. We have cabinets with special tools, and we have all the racing parts, new alpha parts in these cabinets here. This table is actually used by BMW Motorrad. Have a lifting capacity of 700 kilos. It's a long and very sturdy table, and it makes working on the bikes so much easier. The tire changer is also actually one that is used by BMW Motorrad. It's a fairly simple machine, but it's very sturdy. Everything's got like very smooth operation, so it's kind of a joy to work with. So here is the bike we're racing. We're gonna show you a little bit about it, what the current state of it is, and what we're gonna do with it. So we're gonna lift it up on the table for you to see. Very nice. So when we first got this bike, we were coming from a K46 with which was the previous generation with the Olin setup, and this is a much more expensive bike, much more trick parts, and we were having expectations for the bike straight out of the box. And I can tell you that this power is nothing without control. This bike is far more powerful than the old one, and it comes with a suspension that is out of the box, not very suited to win races. So we did the upgrades on the suspension, and then we were able to pick up the pace quite a bit once we got it adjusted. So when we're upgrading a bike like this for running races, we think a little bit about different things than what you would do when you modify your street bike usually. the number one component for this bike to be faster is Öhlins cartridges in the front. This makes us able to have better control on the suspension. We can also change the different springs, which is difficult to get a hold of for the original bike. We have a TTX shock in the back, which is also fairly easy to change spring on and easy to adjust on the fly. So we have also upgraded the brake discs to Alpha Racing along with the brake pads. This gives a more consistent brake feeling. They can take more heat for longer, and the feel you get is don't vary so much. So this is actually a upgrade that makes a noticeable difference. When you're racing, the probability of a crash is pretty high, so we try to spec the bike so that when a crash occurs, you can ride again later. And one of the most important things that you can do on the M1000RR is the handlebars. The original configuration is actually a handlebar connected to the top clamp itself. So when the bike tips over and gets hit, and it hits the ground on the end of the handlebar, the fork clamp itself becomes almost like a scissor that cuts into the thin walls of the fork legs, which makes the whole fork unusable. So off with that, and you just put a half moon part on here, and Alpha Racing has a great clip-on kit which goes all the way around the fork leg. We also have very small crash pads, but they are super effective because we don't want the bike to tip over when it hits the curbs or something like that. So these are quite flush compared to a lot of other crash parts that you see. On this bike in particular, the engine is by far the widest part, so this is what hits the ground first. So the engine covers from Alpha Racing does a great job in protecting the bike during a crash. We also have rear sets with great adjustability, and you can also note that these are also stuck on the bike, that they don't fold up, so they also gives a bit of protection. And we have a GPS unit on it that shows us the lap times, and this system in particular is very good, showing you the difference between the laps when you always know when you're on the fastest lap and so on. We have a full Acropovic Evolution full system on it, which sheds a lot of weight off of the bike. We have forged aluminium rims from OZ Racing. The main reason for us using forged aluminium rims compared to the OEM carbon rims is because they are at the same performance level and at the same time more durable. A carbon fiber rim, when you have had a crash, it's more work to check, and when you change tire you have to be a bit more careful. So these are powder coated with super strong powder coating, so when you for example change the tire, you you wouldn't leave a mark on it. So this bike, we did it more like a test season. I've been quicker all along, so this was our opportunity to ride at the top level in Norway. We just wanted to, instead of buying an S1000 RR upgraded heavily, we started with this because of budget reasons, and we're kind of now at the edge of what we can do with some of the stock systems. So from here we have the original electronics on it, and we're now switching to the MRCK, which is supplied by Alpha Racing. Videos coming up shortly. The next one we will go through the MRCK, or the race ECU, for this bike, and we will also compare it to what's on it now and why we're doing this upgrade. After that we will ship the bike to Spain, and we will ride some time on the Almeria circuit to test it, see how it works before the upcoming season, and we hope to see you there.